This class is all about your ribs and your abs. So we are going to get you super connected to the things that are supporting you all day long, so you don't have to try to suck it in all day. This is going to be one of those ones that you're probably going to want to revisit multiple times, okay? So first things first, we're going through a cat-cow. So different than a yoga cat-cow, we want to move segmentally in terms of we want each segment of your spine to move as independently as you can. Now, if you've never done a cat-cow this way, it's going to be hard and it's going to look like 3 planks rocking on end to end. It's all right. Go ahead, we're gonna do 4 reps. So starting with your tailbone, you're gonna tuck your tailbone underneath, okay? Flexing through that spine, pulling belly button up towards the ceiling. Rib cage starts to pull under, head tucks last. From here, we're gonna lift the tailbone, don't sink yet, just tailbone. There you go. This is when you learn to twerk, right? Tailbone goes up, and then we start to go into low back. From into low back, we're through mid back, and then we're going into thoracic spine. So through that rib cage, we're gonna start straightening this out, extending as much as we can. Head comes up last. All right, 2 more reps just like that. Start with your head here, tuck your chin. Good. Now push the ground away and flex this spine as much as you can. Okay, slowly imagine a tiny version of your kid walking down your spine. Every segment they hit, that's when you move it. All right, you don't rush from one to the other. Start tailbone and work your way back towards your head. All right, take your time as you do this. Make sure you're sipping air as you do it. You're not holding your breath. This is a tough exercise. This is a core exercise. But ultimately what it's going to do is it's going to help release a lot of the tension that you're holding in your low back. All right, on this last trip to flexion, so she's in extension right now, go ahead and tuck your chin. We're going to round up as high as we can. All right, notice she hasn't moved her shoulder blades. She hasn't collapsed through her shoulder blades. She hasn't fallen through her arms. She's consistently pushing through the floor, knees into ground, hand into ground, okay? Now that she's up in flexion, we're gonna do 4 breaths, okay? Just like we did in our other diaphragmatic breathing class. So in through your nose, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. 3 more breaths like that. Hold your abs, keep pushing the ground away with each inhale. In, out. Very nice. 2 more. Imagine I'm there pushing on your belly, pushing you up as far as you can. All right? And of course, like I always say, pain-free range of motion only. Do not push through pain. Relax. Yes. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But you're going to feel those abs talking the whole way through. All right. From here, we're going to flip over on our back. We're going to be doing a lot of breathing in this because your breathing is going to be the thing that ties you to your abs. The beautiful part about this is the better you get at using your abs to control your rib cage, the better your rib cage works, the less you're going to be using your neck, the less you're going to be using your low back, and you're not going to throw out your back at the drop of a hat. All right, so just like our regular diaphragmatic work, you are going to pull that rib cage down. You're going to tuck your pelvis slightly, and we're going to pop that yoga block, pillow, or ball between your knees. Okay? Different than what we've done before, we're going to add in a reach. So bring those hands up to around a 45-degree angle. So right about there. Okay? Same thing that we just did with the cat-cow. Okay? In through your nose, out through your mouth, 4 breaths. Okay? So in through your nose, holding those abs nice and tight. Belly doesn't go up. Big exhale. Good. So remember, I'm not there with you. If you've got a partner with you, you can have them push down on your belly just a little bit, not too much. Good. Keep reaching more with each exhale. Good. With each inhale, you're pressing that rib cage into the ground harder. You're pulling your heels towards you because your hamstrings are going to be working too. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Beautiful. 1 more rep, just like that. Very good, and relax. holy abs, it's gonna get worse. Remember, after all of the work is done, you are going to feel much freer in your body. This is going to be hard, but it's not gonna leave you feeling wrecked like a HIIT class will. All right, the goal of this is to get you more connected with your body and moving better. All right, we're gonna take that position we were just in, you're gonna add that reach. We are gonna do 5 reps. You are going to inhale, exhale, and roll up. Only as far as you can go. Hold for a 3 count, inhale and come back down. 1 relaxed breath in between, pelvis tucks, hamstrings are on, crushing that block a little bit, in through your nose, out through your mouth, roll and hold. 2, 1, slowly release. Good. 3 more reps. Sorry. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Hold. 2, 3, and back down. Last 2. In through your nose, out through your mouth, and up. Reach, 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 reach. Your toddler's reaching for you at the park. And slowly roll back down. Last rep. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Donna is hating me right now. 2, 1, and down. Very nice. Whew. We're gonna give her a moment to breathe. Relax, take a second. This stuff is not easy. And if you do it right, you don't have a choice but to feel your abs. If you're feeling your neck, make the range of motion smaller. Focus on a better quality breath, especially the exhale. The better you drive the exhale, especially taking it as far as you possibly can, the more you're gonna feel those abs fire up. All right. The next thing I'm gonna have you do is flip to your left hip, okay? So you can face the camera. You're gonna want a pillow for your head because, again, I don't want you using your neck on this. All right, knees are gonna be at 90 degrees. Ball, pillow, block between your knees, okay? Just like we did in our hip class, you are going to round that rib cage as much as you can. You are going to tuck that pelvis. Now, just like we did in that first exercise, you're gonna reach that knee straight forward, like it's sliding on a guide rail. Okay, you feel that?
Yes.
Inner thighs on?
Yes.
Good. Okay, so now we're gonna take both hands and we're gonna reach diagonally like we're doing the world's weirdest disco. Okay, both hands reaching. Okay, we've closed off the bottom side rib cage. Sorry. We've closed off the bottom side rib cage and we've expanded the top side. Reach as far as you can, and we're gonna do our breathing here. All right, 4 breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, just over the knee. This is staying forward, this is staying back. All right, 3 more breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, 2 more. In, out, get empty, 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 in, out. Beautiful, nice job. Okay, relax. Got it?
Yes.
All right,
Tough.
flipping over. I know, there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of rolling around. This is not, some of these, as much breathing as we're doing, these aren't the most relaxing classes in the world. There's the next one that feeds after this. It's called movement melatonin. You're gonna love it. All right, so just like we did in our hip class, you're gonna be pulling this guy back, the top leg, without arching low back. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so you can see as she started to try to pull that hip back, the first thing she wanted to do was arch her low back. Totally normal. That's what we're trying to break. Your body has a habit when it moves certain ways. We're trying to break that habit. Okay, so left knee is behind right knee. Pelvis is tucked. Rib cage is pulled in. Hands are going to be reaching. Okay, so we've closed off the bottom side. We've opened up the top side. And you're going to breathe into my hand, okay? So imagine you've got my hand on the top of your rib cage, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. Breathe into my hand, okay? Good. And out. Good. The better you blow out, the better it's going to go. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. Last one. And out. Very nice. Slowly relax. Better or worse than the other side?
I feel like this one is better. It feels like it's more open.
Okay.
Than my other side.
Yes, and so what if you can? I don't. We'll see if you can hear. But what she noticed was that whore. What she noticed is that her left side. Okay. We'll leave that in. That's funny. All right. So what she noticed is that it was easier to breathe into her left side than it was into her right. And that's an important distinction because you have two different sides of your diaphragm. One of the things that we really want to do is drive more air into the right side and get you pulled back through that left side. So we're getting you familiar with your abs in both ways. This is where the left side abs are a little bit more stretched out. You have to be comfortable strengthening the ab there, as well as one where they're a little bit more crunched down, where the muscles are a little bit more shortened. So the next thing we're going to do is integrate it into our spine cars. So our spine cars are a full rotational expression of the space that you have in your rib cage or thoracic spine. So we're going to do this kneeling. Okay, come up to your kneeling position. And you can actually, one thing that's nice about this is you can do kind of a collapsed kneel sitting on your heels, or you can put the block between your heels and you can kind of sit onto that block, right? It just creates a little bit of extra stability because we need to create as much neurological safety as we can.
Sorry,
Okay.
my foot is...
Asleep?
No, it's cramping.
Oh.
I can't get it to...
Right, if you need to go to tall kneeling, you can, or if you need to just get up for a second.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Bear, we can see that. We can see that on the camera.
I can get closer.
With our spine cars, what we're going to try to do is we're going to cross those arms over our chest. Okay, you can do this. You can actually go hands behind the head, which feels really nice from a front side stretching standpoint. You can even reach all the way through and kind of grab your armpits. So reach under your arms and grab those armpits. So those are 3 options, all right? So we're gonna do 3 reps. Flex your spine as much as you can. So really round that rib cage, just like we did in all those other exercises. So pulling those abs in tight, pulling rib cage back. You're gonna rotate across to your left as far as you can, okay? Good. It's not going to be that far. Go ahead and side bend into that left side. Start to extend back and to the left. Okay, we're climbing up our spine, extending as much as we can. We're going to rotate across to our right as far as possible. Side bend into that right. Flex forward and right, and then back to center. And then we're going to rewind. So we're going to go as far to the right as we can, driving those elbows across our thighs. Extend back as far as you can. Climb all the way up that spine, less head, more rib cage, all right? Don't drive with your head. Imagine trying to drive with your elbows, okay? As much as we want to use our neck, that's what we spend a lot of this time doing, was trying to get you to use rib cage and not head, all right? You can do this standing too if this much kneeling becomes uncomfortable. All right, just make sure that you're using a solid, strong foundation where your legs are tight and keeping you from moving too much. We use this because it really limits how much contribution to your hips, or excuse me, how much contribution your hips actually have. All right, extending up, all the way around, less head, more ribs. Good. And relax. Feel good?
You have to redo that.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
I just didn't know if I was doing too much head.
No. I mean...